This right here is the game that really probably 100% solidifies almost every single Eagles fan to turn against Nick Sirianni, against Jalen Hurts, against Brian Johnson. We've already been against him, but for real. And now the newest victim, Matt Patricia. But mainly 100%, without a doubt in my mind, the biggest problem with this game was Jalen Hurts, Brian Johnson, and James motherfucking Bradbury. James Bradbury was the worst corner on the Eagles defense with the guys like, or D back, I should say, with Sidney Brown missing tackles. Keely Ringo, a rookie in place of Darius Slay, outperforming James Bradbury. But at the end of the day, I can't even be too upset at the defense because the offense still had chances. And my God, this inept piece of crap, garbage offense led by Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni cannot do a single damn thing right. And it doesn't help that your quarterback is just playing like he's a shell of his former self from last year. I genuinely don't understand what's going on in the mind of Jalen Hurts, in the mind of Nick Sirianni, in the mind of Brian Johnson. But this team does not deserve a playoff spot right now. This team does not deserve to be tied for the division lead. This team is playing like a team that should be battling for fourth place with the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants right now. And we're seeing them on Christmas. Merry Christmas to us, right? Like, this is atrocious. This is horrible. There is no reason anybody should be optimistic after the way this team came out against a team that was backs against the wall, needed to win this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. In the division, with the Rams starting to turn things up, the Niners the way that they're at right now, and the Eagles in a winnable game. Jalen Hurts throws 2 interceptions, forcing the ball to A.J. Brown in the fourth quarter, up 4 points, down 3 points, especially when you're 10 yards from being in field goal range as well, the second one. I don't understand the logic behind that, but I also don't understand the logic behind on first down and 10 calling up a deep shot to Quez Watkins. Whether Hurts pulls the trigger, whether it's underthrown or not, whether there wasn't a holding call made by the referee or not, Brian Johnson, you have no reason to call that with 4 minutes left when you know you need to burn the clock. It's not like you're down 2 points or 2 scores like you have been the past 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 5 weeks, actually. No, you have a lead. And I think you might have forgotten how that works or something. But no, this team is 100% a shell of its former self. Jalen Hurts has been a turnover machine. We can officially label him as that. He's been fumbling a lot, but this game in particular, had no fumble issues whatsoever. 2 throwing balls to A.J. Brown that shouldn't have been thrown, that were forced. One was underthrown, the other one into double coverage. Julian Love made a great play on it. Congrats to them. Congrats to the Seahawks. You beat us. You outplayed us. You're out coaching the NFC, the reigning NFC champions, because this team right now, with the way that it's being coached, with the way that its players are executing, they are not a championship caliber football team. And that's saying something, because this team can be really good. They have their moments. The drive of the game, the first drive of the game was great. There was not a single thing wrong with that drive. And then everything went downhill offensively. This team has no idea who they are as an offense. And it's unreal. It is unreal. I can't even say that Hurts and company have, like, I can't even say they've shown that. I don't even know how to. I can't even put into words. I just don't know. It's just it's baffling to me how bad this team has all of a sudden turned over the last month of football. Like, it's really bad, and there were glaring problems early on. We knew that, but we thought that they'd be sorted out. And this is, again, we miss Shane Steichen and we miss Jonathan Gannon. Who would have thought we'd be saying that? But we do, because James Bradbury has been horrible. Darius Slay right now, he's sipping on his drink right now, smoking a cigar, saying, "Yeah, how's that Matt Patricia defense serving you?" I can't even speak, man. Like, I'm so baffled. It's so bad. It is just really, really bad. This team has no reason to be in the playoffs right now. They really don't. They should not be. I honest to God, might even hope that they lose out, because I don't want to see this team try to claim that they are what they were last year and make it all the way, or try to make it all the way. They're not. They're not anything like that right now. The offense has no spark. Hurts will be scrambling for his life, and no one's going to be running back for him to try and get open. No one's going to be trying to do that. The defense cannot generate pressure to save their lives. And we forget that this is one of the worst defenses against the run, and we decide not to run the ball nearly as much as we should, especially in the fourth quarter. From coaching to the players, everywhere, this team is not a good football team right now. It's bad, and I am worried going to play the Giants next week, and even the Cardinals afterwards. This team could very easily drop. I said that as kind of a joke, but no, this team could drop these last 3 games and go 10-7. They absolutely could. They have the potential to win them out and go 13-4, but they also have the potential to go 10-7 and lose all 3, because right now you don't know what you're going to get, but 9 out of 10 times you're going to get an inept offense with a defense that has no corners and no pass rush. Like, literally the best player on your defense right now is Reed Blankenship, and right behind them in one start, Kelee Ringo. And that's not talking the defensive line, obviously. Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham, they're doing their thing, but they are the veterans. Josh Sweat can't do anything. Hassan Reddick did nothing. Absolutely nothing. The only guys that I saw actually do something on the defensive line was Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter, the rookies, the brand new rookies. No one else is doing anything, and they only did little things, not big things. No turnovers made. Nothing to bail out the offense, and the defense, and the offense couldn't bail out the defense either. It's unbelievable. It is embarrassing. This team right now is not good, and no one should be optimistic. No one should be thinking, "Oh well, we're in the playoffs still. You never know what could happen when you get into the playoffs in January." No, we know what's going to happen. We are going to be put up against a red-hot Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, and we're going to lose. On the road, we're going to lose. That's what's going to happen. I have no optimism. The optimistic fan that this guy typically is out the window right now until I see something different, because right now, this offense cannot function. This defense is burnt toast. James Bradberry is a bum. Congratulations, Debo. You were right. He is a flat-out bum. I wish we kept him. I wish we let him go after the Super Bowl last year. And this team right now, Nick Sirianni, your legacy right now is a mirage, because you are not a head coach. I'm just gonna say that right now. You are not leading a team that is 100% behind you, especially given the talent and everything, because you are letting these idiots run the offense that don't know what they're doing, that are letting Hurts not. I don't want to say that he's regressing, because I don't think he is after one bad season. We did this with Carson Wentz, but Carson Wentz was every single week. It was continuous, multiple bad plays. Hurts has had a few where it's, a fumble, but the defense made a really good play there, or an interception, but it was a batted ball. But tonight was the first time where it was really 2 bad decisions by Hurts in the fourth quarter, when you're up 4 and down 3, that you cannot make when you know you still have time to put up points and put the game out. And he just made the worst decisions ever. So I don't know. My heart, it starts with coaching, and that's why I'm calling Nick Sirianni out. But I genuinely don't know right now. It's a mix of everything. And again, this team is not good. They just aren't. And do not have high hopes when we go to play the Giants, a team that got blown out by the Cowboys, managed to sweep the Commanders, who we struggled against, and that we blew out twice last year, and one time in the playoffs and once in the regular season. So, yeah, I am not, and they're playing better football right now, especially that defense. So I'm not very hopeful. No one should be very hopeful. Congrats to the Seahawks. Your season is still alive. The Eagles right now, you really are the laughingstock of the NFL. That's what you are right now. Because the Panthers managed to win, and other teams that you didn't think would win have won games. And the Eagles are now winless in December, the time when you need to win. It's a joke. It's embarrassing. And I don't even want to hear what the players are going to have to say, or the coaches, because they're going to keep spewing the same exact nonsense, and it's not going to mean anything because they're not going to do anything. It really is reminiscent of 2020, and it is not okay. It's just not okay.